All right. Hello. How we doing? How we feeling? Welcome to the show. It's good to be here. Good to be back. Jimmy Moreland for you right here with Veteran Audio. I'm a voice actor, audiobook narrator, and music producer. And today, we're going to be back in the saddle doing some voiceover auditions. These are real voiceover auditions on the biggest pay-to-play websites. Let's take a look at what we're going to be seeing here today. First of all, we're going to be working in Pro Tools. I don't recommend it, but that's what I'm working in because I do a lot of music work, and so Pro Tools is how I record. And then we're going to be looking at the big websites. Those are the pay-to-play websites. This is voices.com, and we've also got voice123.com. We'll take a peek at ACX, see what audiobook projects might be available. And then I imagine today's going to be pretty quick on the voiceover audition front. And so from there, we're going to go into doing some real audiobook work that we have been hired to do. Very fun project that we're doing right now. So we're going to be doing some narration right here live on the stream. You get to see how this job works. So without further ado, here's how the stream works. Basically, for the first half where I'm doing auditions, the lines are open for questions. If you are wondering how something works as far as software, if you're wondering how something in the business works, if you've got a question about the websites that I'm on or any of the software that I'm using, plugins, anything like that, ask me a question. I'll do my best to answer. I love talking gear. I love talking shop. And I'll be really reactive and available to do chat stuff while that first part of the stream is going on. Then when I switch over to audiobook narration, I become less reactive because I have to change what screen is doing what and everything like that, and I don't really have a really great way to live monitor chat at that point. I'm going to fix that at some point soon, but for right now, once I start narrating the audiobook, if you want me to respond to you, you got to do something that's going to cause a noise to happen on my setup, which means you gotta follow the channel or do something like that. That'll give me a little diggly diggly dee so that I can know to respond to you. But let's get into it, shall we? Let's get to work here. So we're gonna go to we're gonna go to Chrome there, Pro Tools right here, side by side, looking good. Let's refresh the page. All right, what we got here? Oh, worked together previously. You love to see that. Okay, interesting. So this is a contrast. In the context of a political ad, contrast means a negative ad. Let's take a look here. Supports building the projected height. Okay, cool. Very important. A mantra on this stream is voice talent, know thyself. Know, especially when you get to politicals, but certainly even when it comes to like reading, religious stuff or reading anything that sort of touches on hot button topics. Know your own personal preferences and what lines you will and will not cross, and stick to it. Not only for your own sanity, but because it's going to come through in your performance. If you're not at all religious and you're reading, Bible quotes and stuff, that's probably going to come through versus, the audition from a true believer or what have you. So let's do this. All right. So political, contrast, these, you kind of have to be over the top. You got to be filled with disgust. But then when the contrast comes, when you got to be super smiling and happy. So let's do it here. MI setup, everything is looking good. Okay. So let's do this. Actually, do we want the loop back on? I think we're going to turn that on so that you can hear punch and roll, even though it's probably not going to happen here. All right. Republican Tony Huang. Huang? That's how Andrew Huang says it. Highly recommend the YouTube channel Andrew Huang if you're a music maker. That's how Andrew Huang says it. And then Christine Vital. Right off the bat, having to do name research, but we got to do it. Let's bring this over and do Forvo and see how Vital. English, please. English. Okay, give me Youglish, I guess. Youglish. Vital.
Some sources, in his opinion, he cites Vattel, he cites
in the Church of San Vitali.
Vitali?
I've also been enjoying this course by Amy Vitali on documentary.
Vitali? I don't know, like that.
And the 1963 case of Engel versus Vitale.
Vitale? Vitali? How do the Italians say it?
Vitale.
Vitale.
San Vitale.
Vitale. Man, it's annoying that... Alright, whatever. Republican Tony Huang supports building AI data center. Republican Tony Huang supports building AI data centers. Republican Tony Huang supports building AI data centers. They're projected to hike your electric bill. They're projected to hike your electric bill by double-digit. What's? They're projected to hike your electric bill by double digits. Democrat Christine Vitali. Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a 65. Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a 65% hike to your water bill. Vote for Christine Vitali to lower costs for you. Republican Tony Huang supports building AI data centers. They're projected to hike your electric bill by double digits. Democrat Christine Vitale stopped a 65% hike to your water bill. Vote for Christine Vitali. Did I say Vitali? What did I say there? I liked the way that I read the first part this second time. Let's copy this snippet here. Where are we? Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a... They're projected to hike your... Crap. Let's go slip. Drag this out. They're projected to... Democrat Christine Tony Huang. Okay. That. Back. Paste. Republican Tony Huang supports building AI data centers. They're projected to hike your electric bill by double digits. Let's see here. Supports building AI data centers. They're projected to hike your electric bill by... Supports building AI data centers. They're projected to hike your electric bill by double digits. Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a 65... Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a 65% hike to your water bill. Vote for Christine Vitali to lower costs for you. I think that's probably fine. I don't want to overbake this, you know? Building AI data centers. They're projected to hike your electric bill by double digits. Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a 65... double digits. Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a 65% hike to your water bill. Vote for... We're going to do... Hike your electric bill by double digits. Democrat Christine Vitali... really sibilant on this S here. Rather than engaging a DS plugin, I'm just going to manually drop this by a good 6 dB. By double digits. Democrat Christine Vitali stopped a 65% hike to... Actually, never mind. I'm going to engage it because I'm sibilant all over the place. 65% hike to your water bill. Vote for Christine Vitali to lower costs for you. All right. Save. Where do you go? Denoise on. Declick on. DS on. Bounce. We're going to call this... They're doing... I1-0115. Here we go. Apply. General. 390. Select the file. VO auditions. There we go. And send. Easy peasy. All right. Turn y'all off. There we go. What is next? What do we got here? 18 responses, remarks on returning Blue Lake to the Taos Pueblo, Juan de Jesus Romero's translated part. This joint speech given by President Nixon to Taos Pueblo spiritual leader Cacique Juan de Jesus Romero, accompanying the signing of a bill, My responsibilities include... So it's a translated part, and usually you don't want to overbake those. You don't want to be a big character. You're just reading it. So let's just read it. My responsibilities include all America and its people, and what we have in this good country of ours, like our great father here, the President of the United States, is with us this morning. My responsibilities include all America and its people, and what we have in this good country of ours, like our great father here, the President of the United States, is with us this morning. And my responsibility is to include in my prayers and my daily talks in my spiritual way. Include it, because I do believe that... Like, clearly this is a very direct and literal translation, because there's like some awkwardness that we gotta account for and try to speak naturally. My responsibilities include all America and its people, and what we have in this good country of ours, like our great father here, the President of the United States, is with us this morning. And my responsibility is to include in my prayers and my daily talks in my spiritual way. Include it. United States is with us this morning. United States is with us this morning. And my responsibility is to include in my prayers and my daily talks in my spiritual way. Include it, because I do believe there is peace within and among ourselves, and we have to find that peace. And this is why... let's scroll here. There's peace within and among ourselves, and we have to find that peace. And this is peace within and among ourselves, and we have to find that peace. And this is why we are gathered here today. Sure. Still feel like my sibilant is a little bit awkward, but we're not going to do the DS. Well, we'll do the de-esser. That doesn't hurt. Let's get this edit nice and tight, and then come to the end here and go bang. Easy peasy. De-noise, de-click, and de-s. Bounce. We're just going to do the number on this. 838332. Boom, boom. Easy peasy. Next. Off, off, and off. Boom. Okay. Wait, did I reply already? I don't think I replied. Let's actually apply to the job. 300. Select the file. There's the file. Send. You'll notice I'm not spending a ton of time on these auditions. You gotta schmoove. If you want a book, you gotta be fast. And looking at these other ones, I might not be fast enough. Let's see here. 62 responses, 64 responses, 41 responses. I might do that, except it says Cali-based talent only, and I am as far as you can get from Cali and still be in the continental U.S. I'm in Maine, and it's lovely up here, but I can't do that job. That one we might do. That one we might do. Too many people. Too many people. Too many. Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, it remembered all of those. Okay, we're gonna... Can we please archive those? What in the hell is this? Oh my god. This website. Alright, we're gonna refresh. Stupid website. What are you doing? I'm checking. Okay, check the box. Thank you. Check, check, check. Check. Actually, we're going to uncheck that. Not check that. Check this. Check this. check this. And then once I get to these, I'll go ahead and archive those. How many jobs are there? 9 more left. Okay, let's see what else we want to archive. Archive this, 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 and this. I think everything else we'll take a look at. Reality show. This has been reported to hell. Oh, God. Wow. Okay. So, this website, voices.com, is for voice talent. That's the only thing that's for sale here. It's voice talent. These people are trying to get translation work. That's a different website, my friends. That's not... No. Get the hell out of here. This has appropriately been reported, and that's why there's only 23 responses, even though it's got a pretty high budget. Get the hell out of here. Audiobook. Okay, we got to pull up the the rate calculator. Let's see what garbage rate we've got here. All right, here's the rate calculator. What do we got? There's a Steam sale going on. Everybody stop working. Play video games. Okay. Total words, 105,000. Rate. Let's put it at 1890. That's how I would generally bid. Just 1890. Except equals 1890 times 0.8. You got to keep in mind, anything you book on this particular website, voices.com, anything you book, Voices is going to take a 20% cut. And that is on top of the annual fee that you're paying them. That's just the deal here. So, the rate that I would quote on something with a top end of $19.99 is $18.90. That's just, it's a simple way for me to quote rates. It doesn't involve me doing a bunch of math. It doesn't involve a race to the bottom. I feel fine doing that. But the way the maths out here is that your per finished hour rate, $134. Now you might be thinking, Jimmy, $134 an hour is great, except for when you factor in how much work it takes to create that finished hour. For a new narrator, easily 6 hours, potentially more. So for a new narrator, after tax, you're taking home $18.30, which is only a little bit above minimum wage here in Maine. That sucks. This is a miserable way to make a living. Audiobook narration, it's not a hard job, but there's a phrase that they used to say about poker. Poker is the hardest way to make an easy living. And I feel the same way about audiobooks. It's a hard way to make an easy living in that the minute-by-minute work isn't hard per se. It's the long-term planning, and it is the day-by-day. You can only physically work so much because your voice will give out. Talk to anybody who yaps all day for a living. Talk to teachers especially. Any kind of lecture-type professor. Anyone who talks all day, like, your voice gives out. It's hard on your voice. And the kind of focused, constant speaking that a narrator does, you can only work a few hours a day as far as the narration part. Then there's the editing, and then there's all the other stuff that you can do to help support your business. For me, it's voiceover work, which is very different from narration, and it's music. All those things, plus some podcast work, some video editing, I got a lot of irons and a lot of fires, my friends. But, if I had to survive only on audiobooks, this rate right here, man, that would make me very sad. That's a tough way to try to fill your full-time schedule with that kind of work. So, it's not as insulting as some of the stuff that we see on voices.com. Okay, boy 1 for artifact seekers. Okay, this one I know I'm not going to do, A, because really low voice match, and that's just for reasons, but also because super, super low budget. But I've worked with this client before, but also I'm not the right talent for a character labeled boy. So that's not me. So we're gonna archive that. So that's the voices.com queue cleared out for now. We will potentially come back to that if let's get this nested there. We'll come back to that if we get an email. Let's refresh voice 123 and see what we've got here. All right, we're gonna clear out a few I know for sure. This one says looking for a quote. I'm not a mind reader, so you, client, can piss off. I know that we've got, okay, TTS. Oh, look at that budget, $3,000. Wow. Don't do it. TTS, that's destroying your career. 55 out of 50, 73 out of 50, and it's looking for a quote. I'm not a mind reader. Piss off. Looking for a quote. You can piss off. Okay. That's over. That's over. That's over. That's over. That's over. I need to stream earlier. Holy. All right. We got 2 here that are potential. Pretty low budgets, but let's take a look at them. Male adult. Full role is system compromised. All you're saying is system compromised? Okay. All right. Whatever. Well, hell. That's all they need. They're not saying what it's for, which is kind of a bummer. Usage is important, but they're gonna apply effects all over it, so who cares? Whatever. Let's just do it. Let's give our best. System compromised. 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 Okay. We're going to take that second triplet, and we're not even going to listen to it. We're gonna do a denoise, and we're gonna do a declick. Oops. And hell, we'll put the de-esser on there. Well, we'll listen to that. System compromised. System compromised. System compromised. All right, sure. And we're just gonna label this by the client number, which is 3016994. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Back. Accept invite. There we go. That is good to go. Oh, wait. They're saying, oh, God. This is so annoying. Okay. This is extremely annoying that they say that they don't want... Oh, God, I hate that. All right, what demo do I want to send in? I hate this. Let's listen.
Shop the end-of-year clearance sale at Dick's Sporting Goods. While you're here, stock up on...
Sure, I'll just send them my demo. If I had noticed that, I would not have sent that in. For God's sake, go back to this website's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my God. Okay. Corridon Tourism. Corridon Tourism. 1 month of usage. Upbeat fun delivery. That's usually not me, but we'll take a look here. Upbeat fun delivery. Kick off more fun in Corridon. Harrison County? Harrison? Where's Harrison County? Let's go. Corridon.
Corridon.
Let's what we need is like a weather or person or a newscaster saying it. Is it Eric?
Corydon Cooley's
Brothers gang and robbed another bank in Corydon, Iowa.
It could disappear. In retrospect this week, Corydon, Iowa farmer Lee...
Corydon. I don't want the name.
In retrospect
We
this
just
week...
heard that.
Columbia, but I've grown up in Corydon, Indiana. And
All right. He's from there, and he said Corydon. From whining and dining, shopping and antiquing, caving and camping. It is Indiana. Okay. Kick off more fun in Corydon. From whining and dining, shopping and antiquing, caving and camping, it's all here. This is Corydon. This is Harrison County. Call your next play. Call your next play at thisisindiana.org. Kick off more fun in Corydon. From whining and... Sports stuff I usually don't get booked for. I'm hesitant to do this, but we got to go for it. Kick off more fun in Corydon. From whining and dining, shopping and antiquing, caving and camping, it's all here. This is Corydon. This is Corydon. This is Harrison County. This is Corydon. This is Harrison County. Call your next play at thisisindiana.org. All right. Go like that. Camping, it's all here. This is Corydon. This Corydon. This is Harrison. Is it here? Caving and camping, it's all here. This is Corydon. This is Harrison County. Call your... It's all here. This is Corydon. This is Harrison County. Call your next play at thisisindiana.org. I think that's pretty good. We're only going to give them the one. Like, if they can't decide if they want to hire me based on the one, then sorry, I don't know what to tell you. All right. And we're going to make the de-esser active. Why not? Bounce. And we're just going to call this Corydon. Corydon. Right? That's how I say it. Kick off more fun in Corydon. From... Sure. Come back to here. Inactive. Accept invite. Oh my God, again. That's so annoying. Why give a... Wait, get custom auditions. Am I stupid? Wait, has Voices taken away the ability to send custom auditions? Like, am I stupid? What? Projects. Here. Why was this not here? This wasn't showing. God. Voice 123 people, if you're watching or you end up watching this, y'all have got to get your shit together. Like, your website, like, it's clear you don't use your website, like, ever. From the talent side. Like, just the minute-by-minute use of the website is so bad. Kick off more... it's so frustrating to pay thousands of dollars a year to use this website and for it to just feel like shit every time I log into it. All right. Okay. This one just came in. Let's narrate it. When it comes to termites, most companies have limits on what they'll cover. Massey doesn't believe in limits. Our comprehensive termite protection includes unlimited coverage for your home When it comes to termites, most companies have limits on what they'll cover. Massey doesn't believe in limits. Our comprehensive termite protection includes unlimited coverage for your home and everything inside it. Massey Services. Expect more and get it. Let's read the spec again. We're looking for confident, knowledgeable, and warm voice for multiple radio spots, conversational, but not too buddy-buddy. More like a parent speaking with an adult child. Interesting spec. When it comes to termites, most companies have limits on what they'll cover. Massey doesn't believe in limits. Our comprehensive termite protection includes unlimited coverage for your home and everything inside it. Massey Services. Expect more and get it. Expect more and get it. Expect more and expect more and get it. Expect more and get it. Expect more and get it. That last one was probably fine. Maybe like that. Listen. When it comes to termites, most companies have limits on what they'll cover. Massey doesn't believe in limits. Our comprehensive termite protection includes unlimited coverage for your home and everything inside it. Massey Services. Expect more and get it. Expect more. Listen. Expect more and get it. Ooh, that is a crazy pop there. Okay. Expect more and get it. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Let's go like that. That. Bounce. We're just calling this Massey, I guess. Massey Services. Boom, boom. Accept. Is it? Okay, I'm not crazy. Let's do this. All right. I'm definitely not crazy. This is definitely like, it's not here. It's not here. I have to go back to spec. Oh, wait, have they not? Get custom auditions. Yes. There's no. Refresh. You have to. Oh my God. I'm not. So there we go. I'm not crazy. Man, that is so annoying and frustrating. Hey, look at that. Someone wants to give me money. Let me check this email over here. Yeah, I don't get to read my emails. Let's see here. Booking. Da-da-da-da. All right. Let's see here. This is kind of time sensitive, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So apologies to everybody, but you're gonna have to watch me type an email. God, what have I used in the past? Sure. Okay. Bio. Here we go. I want my Venmo username. What is my Venmo username? I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but pretty important thing to check. Venmo. I don't want. Okay. I am at. Jesus. Okay, so now they're wanting specific dates. And the dates that are available start in June. That limits things pretty severely. Because I'm a busy bee. So, all right, so June 1st. Can't do 4. I don't want to do a Monday gig. Are you kidding me? 8, 11. Oh, so they're only doing Mondays and Thursdays. 22, 25. Okay, so I'd like to space this out from a ship gig. And when's main fiddle camp? I want to see, because I'm already going to the August week. There's a June week, 14 through 19. And then the June weekend is 19 through 21. Yeah, that ain't happening. Okay, let's look into July. Well, no. Definitely want to get this in June, so let's say like June 15th would probably be good. Let's see here. I'm booked every other Monday and Thursday, starting doing cruise ships starting mid-July. To confirm. There we go. 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 All right. Thank you, friends, for we've received. Okay, cool. All right. So sorry about that, but that was time sensitive and is potentially worth some squeesh, some dollars. Okay. Did I send? I did send. Okay. Now let's go back. I was complaining about how dumb Voice 123 is. Next time I get an audition, I will I'll do like a clean video record so that I can share with them, like, hey, this is what your dumb website is doing. There we go. All right. That is all of the available voiceover auditions done. So we will take a look at ACX, but I'm not gonna yap too much about ACX. I've done it a million times in the past, but we will comment on what's currently available. Currently, with my filters, there are currently 12 projects available. Everything's a couple of days old, so all of these probably have dozens, if not hundreds, of auditions on them already. And that's just how life be. This looks, it's got bisexual lighting on it, so this will definitely be some kind of a queer romance. Oh, there's the tag right there. Which is all good and well. Very fun. Yeah, all this looks good. Memoir of a near-death experience. Oh. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to say too much about this stuff. ACX, suffice it to say, if you're interested in doing audiobook narration, ACX is still viable. You can still make it work, but you got to treat it like a job. Auditioning is the job until you're too busy for it to be the job. But even then, you got to keep it up. So, yes, because I am too busy to spend my time auditioning. The work just at this point, I'm very, very lucky. I'm very fortunate in my career progression to where on the audiobook side of the house, at least, I don't have to audition anymore. I am booked out for months. So we're going to switch over to our current audiobook project, which is very fun. We've got a very fun project. That also means I'm not going to be able to monitor chat anymore. I'm so sorry to say. Let's get rid of you. Close both of you. Because I know I've been doing these auditions with the text on screen. However, that ain't how we roll for audiobook narration. It would be quite rude to share the full text, notes, annotations, safe zones, and all. And so you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. You gotta listen. We are on chapter 4. In fact, I've only narrated one chapter of this on stream. So we're jumping into chapter 4. Let me double check my... There's this. We're going to just close all of these. We've got our sheet here. Let's make sure... Hello? There it is. How much is that showing? We're going to show right here. There we go. Okay, so we've got our sheet here. So we're going to read, I'd like to read 2 of these chapters. We'll read one and then we'll see how we feel, but I'd like to read chapter 4 here. It's going to take me about, I'd say probably, this might be accurate, 36 minutes. We've been streaming for 47 minutes. So 36 minutes of yapping. I'll be reading this book. This book is USS Crusader. It is book 16, I think, of the USS Hamilton series. Very fun, very, very good sci-fi series that I've been fortunate to have narrated roughly half the series. I think this is the 8th or 9th book in the series that I've narrated. Follows the adventures of Captain Galvin Quintos and all of the lovely hijinks that he and his intrepid crew get up to. So we are jumping right into the early story here. Quick thing, there should, generally speaking, no trigger warnings or content warnings of any kind. Occasionally some light profanity, up to the F word, but I fucking say it anyway on this stream. So if you have a problem with that, then you can peace out. But other than that, there's not going to be any like descriptions of sexual violence or slurs or graphic violence. The violence is usually pretty tame, and it's mostly about interpersonal conflict anyway. That's where the true fun comes in sci-fi as it is. So I'm gonna basically hit record on this thing, and we'll get to work. So again, I cannot monitor chat now. So if you got a question, I'd love a distraction. I'd love to stop working and answer your question, but you got to do something that makes a noise in my chat. Meaning, you don't have to subscribe. I'm not going to ask for your money, but you do have to at least follow the channel so that I'll get the little mandolin stinger. Ba-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And then I'll answer your question. Or just shoot the shit with you. So, let's get to work, shall we? All right. Chapter 4. Dorota's Lab, Deck 12. As I entered the lab, a whiff of warm ozone and the scent of roasted Java beans greasy. Let's try that again. As I entered the... Oh, wow. This is going to be a spot where we're going to make a weird cut here. Warm ozone and the scent of roasted Java beans greeted me. Dorota must have fixed... It's greeted me. Dorota must have fixed the coffee maker. Banks of displays lined the bulkheads, displaying a montage of whatever complex experimental modeling Dorota had been running previously. Nonsensical to me, but interesting. Also, he was monitoring primary ship systems in real time. Hardy stood center deck, chassis open, diagnostic cables running from his core to monitoring stations. Doc Viv worked at a medical display nearby, tracking something, probably Hardy's bio-brain activity. That partial biological brain housed in his head, the only organic part of a chronobot, the part... No. That's the wrong emphasis. There we go. Activity. That partial biological brain housed in his head, the only organic part of a chronobot, the part that made him more than just machine. Z9 hovered near Hardy's shoulder. The three-tiered hovering unit, silent as always, had its optical sensors tracking everything. Loyal. Protective. Status? I asked. Dorota gestured to the displays. Nella's degradation is accelerating. We are now at 3% loss per hour. Is accelerating. We are now at 3% loss per hour. We need to do this. This might be tough. Loss per hour. We need to do this as soon as possible or risk total system compromise. Viv didn't look up from her displays. Hardy's bio-brain Blaze. Hardy's bio-brain is already stressed. Elevated temperature, increased electrical resistance. Stressed. Elevated temperature, increased electrical resistance. Elevated temperature, increased electrical resistance. He's fighting the data packet constantly. It's like running a marathon while solving complex equations. Hardy's voice came out calm, Boston accent steady. Oh, for Pete's sake. I can handle 22 seconds, Cap. Your bio... Okay. Seconds, Cap. Your bio readings say otherwise, Viv said. My bio readings are pessimistic. Always have been. Z9 moved closer to Hardy. Protective orbit. My TAC band vibrated. Grimes from the bridge. Captain, I'm at helm. Standing by. There we go. Bridge. Captain, I'm at helm. Standing by. Hands off the controls, on your mark. Acknowledged, Mr. Grimes. Trust the process. Yes, sir. He sounded like a man awaiting execution. I looked at Hardy. 7 feet of chronobot, standing calm, ready. You sure about this? Cap, I've fought Verapin war fleets, survived black hole event horizons, and listened to your niece explain quantum... Let's do the whole thing again. About this? Cap, I've fought Verapin war fleets, survived black hole event horizons, and listened to your niece explain quantum encryption for 3 hours straight. 22 seconds of ship management? Piece of cake. Your bio-brain... Cake. Your bio-brain is degrading. It'll hold. If it doesn't, it will. Hold. If it doesn't, it will. His middle-aged, balding John Hardy visage looked back at me, but even as he did, his faceplate display momentarily distorted, signal breaking up. Trust me, Cap. I've got this. Trust. The word hung there. I'd trusted Hardy with my life dozens of times. He'd never failed. But this wasn't just my life. This was everyone's life. All right, Stefan, prep the reboot. Oh, no. Wrong voice. Live. All right, Stefan, prep the reboot. Viv, monitor everything. If Hardy crashes, you tell me immediately. Understood. Dorota's hands moved across controls. Nella, initiate pre-reboot sequence. All department Controls. Nella, initiate pre-reboot sequence. All departments notification. Nella's voice filled the lab, calm and precise. Pre-reboot sequence initiated. All departments have been notified. Engineering reports been notified. Engineering reports backup power ready. Medical standing by. Shipwide announcement, I said. Ooh. Wait. Okay. From the text, it seems to imply that Captain Quintos wants to make an announcement himself. But the way that it's rendered in the way, like, visually that Nella's speech is rendered. So we're gonna honor that. Okay. Bye. Shipwide announcement, I said. Attention all hands. In 60 seconds, we will experience temporary systems interruption for maintenance procedures. All personnel remain at stations. My TAC band lit up again. This time it was Blunderton. Sir, passengers are in a tizzy, asking questions. Tell them it's routine. 30 seconds, no drama. Copy that, sir. Viv studied her displays. That's what I was afraid of. Sir, Viv studied her Sir, Viv studied her display. Viv studied her displays. Hardy, I'm seeing elevated stress markers. Your bio-brain temperature is spiking. I'll cool down after. Promise. You'd better. Okay. Is it here? All right, here we go. Promise. You'd better. Z9 hovered closer. Silent sentinel. Dorota. Okay. They've never done this before. Dorota : Like, I bet they used that later. I know how to, okay. Sentinel. Dorota. Nella, final systems, okay. Sentinel. Dorota. Nella, final systems check. Confirm reboot ready. All systems nominal. Core reboot We're actually going to do something. Just in case someone comes in, tries to chat, and gets very sad because I ain't here, we're going to unpin. Okay. So we're going to say, how are we going to phrase this? There we go. Oh my god. Why are you like that? Oh my god. Why? Oh my god, Twitch integration is so bad. I didn't realize Shroud had an emote like that. Sure, why not? Wait, which one? Sure. Okay, we're going to say chat that, and then we're going to pin that. Pin till end of stream. Okay. Back to it. Let's listen.
Reboot ready. All systems nominal.
All right, double checking that you can hear this, because I realize I've been...
Z9 hovered closer. Silent Sentinel. Dorota. Nella, fight.
Okay. Should be quiet, but you should be able to hear it now.
All systems nominal. Core. Dorota. Nella, final systems check. Confirm reboot ready. All.
Okay, here we go. And here.
All systems
nominal.
All
systems nominal. Core reboot sequence ready. Estimated downtime 22 seconds. Hardy, I'm transferring primary system protocols to you now. Confirm handshake. Hardy's faceplate filled with fast-moving data streams. Confirmed. I'm reading all primary systems. Ready to assume control.
Confirmed. I'm reading all
primary systems. Ready to assume control. Handshake confirmed. I will resume
Handshake
confirmed. I will resume control upon reboot completion. Good luck, Hardy. Thanks. And, hey, try not to stay offline too long. No running off to take a potty break. A smile flickered across Viv's lips, though she kept her eyes on her display. The science officer...
Though she kept her eyes on her display.
The science officer...
Though she kept her eyes on her
display. The science officer shifted his gaze. Captain? This was it. The decision. Trust a stressed chronobot with 4,700 lives. No good choices. Just...
with 4,700
lives. No good choices.
With 4,700
lives. No good choices. Just different categories of catastrophe. Do it. Who's talking here? That's got to be Stefan. Okay. We're going to say that's Stefan. My fucking hat keeps touching the mic. This audiobook's going to be like dunk, dunk, dunk.
Just different categories of catastrophe.
Just different categories of catastrophe. Do it. Nella, initiate core shutdown in 3, 2, 1, now. Acknowledged. Initiating core shutdown. Transferring all systems to Hardy. Good luck, everyone. Every display in the lab flickered. Come on.
To Hardy. Good luck,
everyone. Every display in the lab flickered. Emergency lighting kicked in, red and harsh. Nella's voice fading. Lighting kicked in, red and harsh. Nella's voice fading. Core shutdown complete. Hardy has... Silence. Nella was gone. Hardy's voice. I've got nav. Dorota watching systems loads. Hardy's voice. I've got nav. Dorota watching. Hardy's voice. I've got nav. Dorota watching system loads. Confirmed. Navigation transferred. I've got helm control. Confirmed. Live support. Tactical. Sensors. Communication. Live support. Tactical. Sensors. Communications. Live support. Tactical. Sensors. Communications. Live support. Tactical. Sensors. Communications. Hardy's voice was steady but strained. All systems assumed. Nella is Doc. Viv. Neural load at 87%. Temperature climbing. Dorota. Nella reboot. Temperature climbing. Dorota. Temperature climbing. Dorota. Nella reboot in progress. 16 seconds remaining. I watched Hardy. He stood motionless, but his optics flickered. Rapid processing, juggling ship functions that entire departments of humans. His optics flickered. Rapid processing. Optics flickered. Rapid processing, juggling ship functions that entire departments of humans typically managed. Z9 moved closer still. If droids could be worried, Z9 was worried. 15 seconds, Dorota said. Viv. Neural load 92%. Viv. Neural load 92%. Temperature critical. I'm fine, Hardy said, his voice tight. Just heavy. 12 seconds. Who's that? That'll be Dorota. Just heavy. 12 seconds. The ship wobbled. Slight drift. Hardy compensating. Neural load 95%, Viv said. Hardy, your pathways are burning. I know. Hardy, your pathways are burning. I know. Almost there. 10 seconds. Another wobble. More pronounced this time. Dorota. Minor course deviation. Correcting. Hardy. There we go. Minor course deviation. Correcting. Hardy. Correction applied. Holding course. 8 seconds. Viv. Neural temperature at maximum safe threshold. Not failing. Each word came out. Not failing. Each word came out sounding forced. 5 seconds. The ship steadied. Hardy was finding rhythm, balancing an impossible load. 4. Z9 was practically touching Hardy now. Silent support. 3, 2, 1. Every display blazed to life. Systems flooded back online. Reboot complete. All systems nominal. Resuming standard operations. Hardy sagged. Not an all-out collapse, but visible relief. Systems transferred. Nella has the ship. Listen to that last line. Systems transferred. Nella has the ship. Systems transferred. Nella has the ship. I'm going to read that again. Not an all-out collapse, but visible relief. Systems transferred. Nella has the ship. Viv. Neural temperature. Systems transferred. Nella has the ship. Viv. Neural temperature dropping. Pathways stressed, but intact. Hardy, you need rest. Yeah, could use a nap. Dorota grinned. You did it. Held everything together. Could use a nap. Dorota grinned. You did it. Held everything for 22 seconds. Told ya. Piece of cake. Hardy's voice was tired but satisfied. I exhaled. Didn't realize I'd been holding my breath. Well done, all of you. Z9 retreated. Well done, all of you. Z9 retreated. Well done, all of you. Z9 retreated slightly. Slightly. Well done, all of you. Z9 retreated slightly. Crisis over. Still watchful. Then a sound. Something not right about it. Metal in the ventilation. A sound. Something not right about it. Metal in the ventilation shaft. Heavy, moving fast. Dorota spun toward the noise. That's not a service drone. Dorota spun toward the noise. What is that? Dorota spun toward the noise. That's not a service drone. The ventilation grate exploded outward. Something large crashed through. Black chrome, 8-legged, optical sensors glowing red. Bigger than Z9. Aggressive, clearly not standard maintenance equipment. It ignored everyone else. Optical sensors locked on Hardy. Z9 moved to intercept. Brave, stupid, loyal. The infiltrator drone swatted Z9 alive. Brave, stupid, loyal. The infiltrator drone swatted Z9 aside with one leg. The smaller droid crashed into a bulkhead, sparked, fell. Drone swatted Z9 aside with one leg. The smaller droid crashed into a bulkhead, sparked, fell. Get away from him! Into a bulkhead, sparked, fell. Get away from him! Viv grabbed a wrench. Too late. The infiltrator jumped, fast, precise, landed on Hardy's exposed chassis, magnetic legs locking onto diagnostic nodes. Perfect placement, like it knew exactly where to attach. Energy surged visibly across Hardy's frame, arcs of electricity dancing from node to node. His hands came up, reaching for the drone, but froze mid-motion as servos locked with a grinding screech. A voice burst out as harsh static, mechanical. Lumon's voice, stripped of all humanity. The bark... Need to listen to that last thing here. Out as harsh static, mechanical. Lumon's voice, stripped of all humanity. Lumon's voice, stripped of all humanity. Yeah. All right. Lumon's voice, stripped of all humanity. The bark of overloaded circuits trying to scream. Cap! Then nothing. Just silence. His faceplate flared white, shifted to red, then cycled through colors that shouldn't exist. 7 feet of chronobot toppled backward. The impact dented deck plates, and the sound, metal on metal, final and terrible, echoed through the small lab. The infiltrator drone detached, scuttled backward, up, and terrible, echoed through the small lab. The infiltrator drone detached, scuttled backward, optical sensors dimmed, collapsed, sparking, dead. Silence, except emergency lighting hum. I knelt beside Hardy. Hardy, you there? Nothing. Optics dark. No movement, no sound. Dorota was already scanning Hardy's systems. Power cores active. He's not dead. More like suspended. Deep reboot. His system shut down everything non-essential. Non-essential for what? Ooh, Jesus, that was a click. His system shut down everything non-essential. Non-essential for what? Unknown, but his processing capacity is maxed, like he's analyzing something, or integrating it. I looked at the dead infiltrator zone. Drone. Analyzing something, or integrating it. I looked at the dead infiltrator drone. Stefan, analyze that thing. What did it do to him? Already on it. He hefted the spider-like machine up onto his lab countertop, pulled the drone closer, and connected diagnostic cables. ... That's how we do our gaps. ... He worked in silence for 30 seconds, then stopped. Galvin, this drone didn't attack Hardy. It interfaced with him. Data transfer protocols. And it wasn't bidirectional. Pure upload into Hardy's core memory. Upload of what? Heavily encrypted data. Quantum level. I'm seeing exabytes. Maybe zettabytes. Compressed. This thing carried a massive payload and dumped all of it directly onto Hardy's core systems. Can you decrypt it directly onto Hardy's core system? Into. Maybe zettabytes. Maybe zettabytes. Compressed. This thing carried a massive payload and dumped all of it directly into Hardy's core systems. Can you decrypt it? All of it directly into Hardy's core systems. Can you decrypt it? Not quickly. This encryption is sophisticated, military grade. He looked up. Galvin, the encryption signature matches Hardy's base. Military grade. He looked up. Galvin, the encryption signature matches Hardy's base code architecture. Exact match. Like this payload was designed specifically for him. My TAC band vibrated. It was designed specifically for him. My TAC band vibrated. My TAC band vibrated. The bridge, Grimes. Captain, we're 90 minutes from wormhole exit. Those 6 contacts ahead are moving. For him. My TAC band vibrated. The bridge, Grimes. Let's do that. Vibrated. The bridge, Grimes. The bridge, Grimes. Captain, we're 90 minutes from wormhole exit. Those 6 contacts ahead are moving, forming intercept pattern. Excuse me. Boop, boop, boop.
Those 6 contacts ahead
Are moving, forming intercept pattern. I'm on my way. Stefan, stay with Hardy. Viv, monitor his bio-brain. I want to know the second he wakes up. Understood. Who's saying understood? Brain. I want to know the second he wakes up. Understood. I took one last look at Hardy, motionless on the deck, silent, vulnerable. Don't you dare die on me, you Boston. Last look at Hardy, motionless. Yeah. Brain. I want to know the second he wakes up. Understood. I took one last look at Hardy, motionless on the deck, silent, vulnerable. Don't you dare die on me, you Boston. Silent, vulnerable. Don't you dare die on me, you Boston pain in the ass. Then I ran for the bridge. ... Bridge. Emergency approach. ... See approach. ... I hit the bridge at full sprint. Red alert still active. Crew at stations. Grimes now back on controls, white-knuckled at helm. Both Roisin Blunderton and Margot Kemp were at tactical. Now back on controls, white-knuckled at helm. Both Roisin Blunderton and Margot Kemp were at tactical, frantically working their boards. Come on. White-knuckled at helm. Both Roisin Blunderton and Margot Kemp were at tactical, frantically working their boards. Status. At tactical, frantically working their boards. Status. Grimes looked worried. 87 minutes to transit exit, sir. Nella is having issues with helm control. Have no idea what that's about. Blunderton shot a whoop. Gonna sneeze here? Let's try to record the sneeze, actually, just for fun. Blunderton shot a whoop. How hard did I peek? Oh, yeah, I peeked all right. Let's listen. Let's look at it. Oh, yeah, that's what a peek looks like, all right. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Let's reset our peaks. Oh, God, is anyone listening? I hope not. Let's see here. Okay. You know what? Let's copy and paste this into YouTube here. Please. Hello. Okay. Let's copy this. Let's go over into the YouTubes, which is going to be on this. Not on this. For God's sake, please go over to here. Here we go. YouTubes. That, and then this one we're going to pin. Replace pin message. There we go. Okay, let's try not to sneeze again, right in your earballs. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Hydration break. Hydrate. Hydrate. Not feeling like I need it, but the vocal mist is awesome. Awesome gift if you have anyone in your life that is a narrator. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? Be away from weekend. Hold on. Gotta check a thing. Okay. Let me move this over here anyway. And then we can move back here. And then we can go back to, okay, there and there. Okay, that's all fine now. All right, let's get back to work here. Let me reply to this. I may be... Right? Oh, wait. Let me check the calendar here again. Yeah. Okay.
Control. Have no idea what that's about. Blunderton shot
a look toward me. Okay, here we go.
Control. Have no idea what
That's about. Blunderton shot a look.
Control. Have no idea what
That's about. Blunderton shot a look toward me. 6 cost...
Control. Have no idea what that's about.
Blunderton shot a look toward me. 6 hostile contacts bearing 270 Mark V. Range approximately 26.1 million miles. They're accelerating toward our exit point. And, okay. We needed to mark... Shit, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. So, I've said this before, but a service that I provide to my authors and rights holders is if I find a typo, I mark it, and at the end of production, I send them a document with all the typos that I found with suggested corrections. And this one, just a very simple one, left off an ending quotation mark at the end of a paragraph. You can't see it. You won't be able to hear it in the audiobook, but for the sake of Kindle and print readers, thought I would share that with the author.
They're accelerating toward our exit point.
All right.
They're accelerating toward our
exit point. And their weapon signatures are active, Kemp said. Energy buildup consistent with charging primary systems. They're preparing to engage. Okay. I was like, who the hell's talking?
Systems. They're preparing to
engage. Sir, the governor wished to...
Systems. They're preparing
to engage. Sir, the governor wishes to speak with you again. It's his third call. Ensign Blair Paxton.
Again, it's his
third call, Ensign Blair Paxton said from the comm station apologetically. Probably calling from the... Probably calling from the captain's reserve lounge on deck 3, or his suite, or wherever he was enjoying amenities while...
On deck 3,
or his suite, or wherever he was enjoying amenities while we faced potential annihilation. Not now, Ms. Paxton.
While we faced potential annihilation.
Not now, Ms. Paxton, I said as I dropped into the captain's mount. Shield status?
I said as I dropped into the captain.
Has something... Wait. Okay, it's just... The resolution was tripping me out.
I said as I dropped into the captain's mount.
Where are we? No, shield... Okay.
I said as I dropped into the
captain's mount. Shield status? Blunderton replies.
I said as I dropped into the
captain's mount. Shield status? Shields at maximum. Weapon...
I said as I dropped into the
captain's mount. Shield status? Shields at maximum. Weapons hot.
I said as I dropped into the captain's
mount. Shield status? Shields at maximum. Weapons hot, Blunderton replied. But, Captain... She pulled up comparative analysis. Those ships are massive, Dreadnought class at minimum. One direct hit could breach our shields. And did I mention we'll be outgunned 6-1? Just get us weapons lock as soon as we are free.
Mention we'll be outgunned
6-1? Just get us weapons lock as soon as we are free of this wormhole. Grimes interjected. At current closure rate, we'll...
Wormhole.
Grimes interjected. At current closure rate, that'll be about 12 minutes from now. Dorota's voice through the TAC bin.
Wormhole. Grimes interjected.
Where are we?
Grimes
Interjected. At current closure rate, that'll be about 12 minutes from now. Dorota's voice through tech band. Galvin, Hardy's still offline. Whatever that drone uploaded, his systems are processing it completely. Full integration. We shouldn't expect him to... Processing it completely. Full integration. We shouldn't expect him to wake up until it's finished. Perfect timing. Helm, what are our prospects for terminating this... Finished. Perfect timing. Helm, what are our prospects for terminating this wormhole? Huh? Oh, God. Ugh. All right. Finished. Perfect timing. Finished. Perfect timing. Helm, what are our prospects for terminating this... Helm, what are our prospects for terminating this wormhole early? Normally not a problem, sir, but there has been nothing normal about this leg of our transit. But if that's what you want, I'll need to start that process now. Grimes looked over to me, brows raised, questioning. Grimes looked over to me, brows raised, questioning. I'm gonna have to get that later. Perfect timing. Oh my God. I hit the fucking bastard. All right, shuffle. Perfect timing. Helm, what are our prospects for terminating this wormhole early? Right. Normally not a problem, sir. Over to me, brows raised, questioning. All right, here we go. Grimes looked over to me. Grimes looked over to me, brows raised, questioning. Brows raised, questioning. Brows raised, questioning. I shook my head. Evasive options once we're clear. How quickly can you activate our jump springs? Put us somewhere else. 5, maybe... Grimes looked over to me, brows raised, questioning. I shook my head. Evasive options... We got sirens coming through. It's annoying. Activate our jump springs. Put us somewhere else. 5, maybe... Activate our jump springs. Put us somewhere else. 5, maybe 6 seconds? Blunderton huffed. That's an eternity if they've already got a target lock. My tech band. Viv. Eternity if they've already got a target lock. My tech band. Viv. Quintos, Hardy's showing neural activity. He's processing something. Quintos, Hardy's showing neural activity. He's processing something. Fast. Really fast. Like he's accessing memories. Deep memories. Is he waking up? I don't know, but his organic components are hot. Whatever he's doing, it's intensive. Grimes. 45 seconds to weapons range, sir. Blunderton had a... 45 seconds to weapons range, sir. Blunderton had a logistical view up on the Blunderton had a logistical view up on the primary halo display. The 6 ships were accelerating, attack formation tightening. Ms. Paxton, open channel. Let's try communicating with them before things get out of hand. Channel open, Captain. This is Captain Galvin Quintos of the U.S. Space Navy vessel USS Crusader. We are entering this planetary system with peaceful intentions. I'm requesting that you power down your weapon systems. Again, our intentions... Let's fix this. Seconds to weapons range, sir. Blunderton had a logistical halo display. The 6 ships were accelerating, attack formation tightening. Ms. Paxton, open channel. Let's try requesting that you power down your weapon systems. Again. Requesting that you power down your weapon systems. Again, our intentions are peaceful. Silence. The overhead klaxons suddenly blared so loud that everyone on the bridge jumped in their seats. Kemp looked over to Blunderton at her left. Am I reading this right? Ignoring her, Blunderton glanced back at me. This is one for the books. They've achieved full weapon... Ignoring her, Blunderton glanced back at me. This is one for the books. They've achieved full weapons lock on us. Like, right into our wormhole. Multiple targeting solutions. They've achieved full weapons lock on us. Like, right into our wormhole. Multiple targeting solutions. They're clearly not messing around, sir. Battle stations.
All crew members return to your posts. All hands brace for impact. Mr. Grimes, prep Nella to jump us the second we're clear. Yes, sir. I watched the six... Second we're clear. Yes, sir. I watched the 6 ships on the halo display. There was no way of knowing if they were ancient relics or fresh out of an alien spaceport. Massive, deadly, no transponders, no known design to compare to, no database matches. Who are you? What the hell do you want? Blunderton sat back and crossed her arms, shaking her head in reaction to their current situation. 30 seconds.
Let's take a look here.
Yes, sir. I whips on the halo display. There was no way. Yes, sir. I watched this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
In reaction to their current situation. 30 seconds and our welcoming party will have a clear firing solution.
The ships jockeyed in tighter. Okay.
Welcoming party will have a clear firing
solution. The ships jockeyed in tighter, a closed formation. Perfect coordination. Military precision.
20 seconds.
Every hand on the bridge was tense, waiting, knowing this would be a fight we couldn't win. Even escape seemed unlikely.
10 seconds.
Overhead.
Likely. 10 seconds.
Overhead, through the
Likely.
10 seconds. Overhead, through the hatband viewport, I could see the surrounding wormhole. It started to lose formation, tendrils of white heat plasma moving forward into the void, as if reaching for something, anything to grasp onto, even as it began to cool and fade into nothingness. The halo display flickered to life with the visuals of what we were about to come face to face with. 6 warships. The lead ship's weapons glowed bright. Of what we were about to come face to face with. 6 warships. The lead ship's weapons glowed bright. Charging. Ready.
5 seconds.
Then they powered down their weapons. All 6 simultaneously. Weapons previously hot, now cold. I leaned forward in the captain's mount. My eyes locked onto the halo display as the alien formation drifted apart. One by one, the ships accelerated away from us. As the alien formation drifted apart. One by one, the ships accelerated away from us, back toward empty space beyond the tunnel exit.
Sir, they're withdrawing.
Kemp stared at her display.
They're leaving. No warning, no communication. They're just leaving.
What the hell? Grimes said. We continued to watch them leave the system as USS Crusader made its final exit from the dissipating manufactured wormhole. The 6 massive contacts disappearing into deep space like ghosts. Exit from the dissipating manufactured wormhole. The 6 massive contacts disappearing into deep space like ghosts.
Why did they leave?
Paxton asked.
Why did they leave?
Paxton asked. No one had an answer. I don't know, I said. Maybe Hardy sent something, or maybe it took them a while to translate my message. Paxton shrugged.
Negative on that, sir. No transmissions from Crusader.
No.
Shrugged. Negative on that, sir. No transmissions from Crusader, from Hardy or anyone. Nothing.
Dorota via TACband. Galvin, Hardy just woke up, and he's acting strange. He won't tell me what happened. Says he needs to talk to you, privately. I'm a little busy right now. He says it's urgent, about those ships. He might know what's going on. I looked at the main halo display. Empty space, no threats, just stars and dissipating plasma and questions. Mr. Prime. Dissipating plasma and questions. Mr. Grimes, standard approach. Dissipating plasma and questions. Mr. Grimes, standard approach to Topiaris orbit. Mr. Grimes, standard approach to Topiaris orbit.
Ms. Kemp? God damn it, the hat. Dissipating plasma and questions. Mr. Grimes, standard approach to Topiaris orbit. Ms. Kemp, maintain shields and sensors. Lieutenant Blunderton, you have the captain's mount. Let me know if those ships return. Yes, sir. I stood. I'll be in Dorota's lab. Walking fast through the... I stood. I'll be in Dorota's lab. Walking fast through the gravity well toward the deck port, my scarred thumb started to throb again. Old injury and a bad omen. My scarred thumb started to throb again. Old injury and a bad omen for things to come. Why did 6 warships just let us go? What did that drone upload to Hardy? And why do I have the feeling things are only to get... Why did 6 warships just let us go? What did that drone upload to Hardy? And why do I have the feeling things are only going to get worse? I stepped through the deck port's glue... Things are only going to get worse. I stepped through the deck port's blue glowing threshold, my molecules instantly becoming formless, echoing into an abstract quantum plane before reforming within a deck port down on deck 12. I strode quickly down the passageway toward answers I probably didn't want, but needed anyway. I probably didn't want, but needed anyway. I probably didn't want, but needed anyway. Okay. All right. Let's fix that ending thing, and then we'll mark that time down. Strode quickly down the passageway toward answers I probably didn't want, but needed. Is that it? Down the passageway toward answers I probably didn't want. Maybe like this. The passageway toward answers I probably didn't want, but needed. Passageway toward answers I probably didn't want. No. Passageway toward answers I probably didn't want, but needed anyway. How's the probably? Is it just bad? Toward answers I probably didn't want, but needed anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Save. Let's mark that time down. That's an 00:35:41. Let's see here. What's today? Today's Thursday. I'm trying to think for what I'm going to do after work. You know? Feels like a 25 beer kind of night. But I've got a podcast recording tomorrow. And I hate recording a podcast when I feel like shit. So I don't know. But I definitely want to keep recording. Where am I on? 6 remaining 18. We really need to schmoove on this. So we're going to go ahead and record this 27. We're going to take a quick oxygen break. Break for oxygen, everybody. Break for oxygen. Jesus, for temperature too. You know what? Maybe we'll edit a little bit. Just to let the temperature come down a little bit. It's 79 degrees in here. Holy. All right. Yeah, we're going to edit some here. So, first, any chatteroonies? No chatteroonies, and that's totally fine. So we're going to edit. We're on chapter 2. Going to hit this. Fit. Zoom in to here. Cut. Save. And copy. For these books, for these ... Stick to our guns here. 2. Deck 5, casino level. Just double checking that you can hear that. Deck 5, casino level. The thing... I know that's quiet, but it's so rare that I listen back to stuff that it shouldn't be a problem. Let's take a look here.
Editing this chapter should take 3 minutes. Yeah, we're going to edit all 3 of these. Something like 3 minutes, a little bit over a minute, and something like 4 minutes probably. So less than 10 minutes of editing here. Let's get it started. Double checking that I've got the right thing copied. Yes, so we've started. We are going to do that and that. Drag, drag, drag. All right. Behold, the most elite editing process known to audiobook narration.
Seemed like an insult. Olympic pentathlon.
That's actually right. I'm glad I did not willy-nilly delete that. This is looking pretty good. I think I've gotten a handle on some of the noises I was producing. What is this?
A turned toward me, face purple.
That's fine.
Personally approved my manifest.
Yep. A haughty, rich douchebag is like the funnest character to play. If I get to sneer and be like, meh, that's a good day. Love playing those characters. Boo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
On as if on high alert. Blue, red.
Yep. Yep. We're gonna let the D-click handle that one. Easy peasy. Yep. Yep. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Sometimes my eyes go fuzzy, you know what I'm saying? Mark it at 320, that, save, bounce, that is chapter 2, bouncing that out, come back here, marking 000320, which is really bad. Length is 1250. Okay. Come back to here and go into chapter 3, which is the shorter one.
USS Crusader. Manufactured wormhole transit. Captain's ready room. Captain Galvin Quintos. My ready room. Standard.
Okay. Should be easy enough. And let's go. Boom. Boom. I want to get rid of that noise. Then there's the gap. The gap gets the yellow. And then the greens at the beginning. There we go. And your best you can. Bro, I'm excited for the album, man. Like, I'm actually feeling motivated to work. I got my guitar back from the shop today. I do need to buy a dobro. Maybe I go ahead and do that. Shopping stream? Where we buy a dobro together. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. Ugh. Yuck. What about this?
His systems are stressed.
Perfect. I'm so good. I'm so good. Ah. Bounce, chapter 3. 01, 47, 00, 08, 21. All right. What's our ratio like here? A 205, is that right? Huh. And a 168, that seems impossible. What? I must not have marked that right? Something. Positron will catch it. Something there ain't right. Something there ain't right. Let's see if the same holds for the chapter that we just recorded just now together.
Dorota's lab, deck 12. As I entered the lab.
Okay. Oh, let's fix this real quick.
The lab, a whiff of warm ozone and the scent of roasted Java beans greet me.
Okay. Save that and then go. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. There. Drag. That is fine as it is. Then that, then that. Okay. We will listen to that one edit before we move on. We'll listen to it with the auto crossfades. Damn, I'm clicky. Sorry, everyone's had to hear my clicky sinuses. Oh, it's so annoying. All right. God, look at these. That sucks. All right. Yeah, my eyeballs, man. Start to get like, I don't know if it's strain or my eyeballs start to lose like the ability to focus after editing for a long time, which is not to say this is a long time. I'm just saying in general, it's like something that I have noticed. Come on.
grinned. You did it! Held every...
Really trying to schmoove here. And then I do think we would like to record another chapter right here on stream. What is that?
Or integrating it.
Yeah, that's fine. We got a dot dot dot, which is how we know to do that. Oh, seriously, sometimes my eyeball is like, nope, you can't focus right now. What is this nastiness?
Want to know the second he wakes up.
Ugh.
The second he wakes up.
There we go. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Yeah, we need to schmoove on this project because I've already got the next project lined up, and it is a long one. It'll be my longest audiobook yet. It is going to come in at almost 20 hours. Or wait, maybe longer than that. I'm trying to remember. It's going to be long, whatever it is, and it's like mess with my head a little bit.
He's showing neural activity. He's processing.
Yep. Yeah, this job, if you were a procrastinator in school, if you would write the paper the night before it was due, that kind of stuff, this job is, it's a tough, it's tough stuff, man. And that was absolutely me in high school. I was do the paper the night before it was due, if I did it at all. So this job is it's a constant struggle to like keep myself on task and producing enough on a daily basis to make sure I'm hitting targets. That's the thing with this job. You're your own boss, and if you are a lenient boss, that's on you. 541. And we were going to listen to this transition here.
Lab, a whiff of warm ozone and the scent of roasted junk.
Yep, sounds fine to me. Save, bounce. It's chapter 4, exported. Okay, come here, and we're going to go 0541. Chapter is 1926. 2.13. All right. All right, let's narrate another chapter. Let's first send a quick message about potential plans after work. What the hell's going on? Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. And what was the... Who? My partner is friends with someone named Sig, like cigarette. What a name. That is epic. Okay. All right. The response to that text may determine that we're done. Not one of those texts. Calm down. But if it's like 15 beers right now versus 15 beers in 30 minutes, you know, that's the breakdown that we're looking for here. Whew. Yeah. All right. We are going to go ahead and start. Okay, let's close this. All right. And here we go. Check one. Check one. All right, that's all good to go. Let's get this a little bit out of the way here. So this one should be about 27 minutes. It's been pretty accurate so far. All right. 541's been marked, right? Yes, it has. All right. Here we go. Chapter 5. Captain's Ready Room. Chapter 5. Captain's Ready Room. 36 hours to the Liberty World system. 36 more hours of glorified bus driver duty before I could dump 3,200 tourists onto colonial soil and reclaim my ship, assuming we survived that long. The passenger activity schedule showed tonight's entertainment: zero-gravity ballroom dancing on Deck 52, wine pairings in the celestial dining room, and a meet-the-captain cocktail reception I'd already declined 3 times. I sat at my desk reviewing Dorota's preliminary analysis of Hardy's systems. The data made my head hurt. Quantum encrypted payloads, base code architecture matches. Quantum encrypted payload. Little bit more volume here. Quantum encrypted payloads, base code architecture matches. Quantum encrypted payloads, base code architecture matches, integration protocols that shouldn't exist. None of it made sense. All of it scared me. Hardy was confined to a health bay isolation chamber until Dorota and Nella completed full diagnostics. I wanted answers about that drone upload before giving him ship access again. He wasn't happy about it. My TAC band vibrated. Another meme from Hardy. This one showed a chronobot behind... vibrated. Another meme from Hardy. This one showed a chronobot behind prison bars with the caption, "Free Hardy, innocent robot wrongly imprisoned by tyrannical captain." I deleted it without responding. That was the 14th meme today. The first one was funny. That was the 14th meme today. The first one was funny. The auto hatch opened without warning. Again. Never a goddamn knock. Governor Bromley stormed in, silk robe replaced by an expensive suit that probably cost more than a crewman's annual salary. His video droids circled protectively around him. The aide trailed behind, tablet glowing, recording everything. The auto hatch didn't close. Oh, shit. And tablet glowing, recording everything. The auto hatch didn't close, stayed open. Malfunction or deliberate? Didn't matter. Through the opening, I could see the bridge crew at their stations, pretending to work, obviously listening. "Captain Quintos,
We need to discuss yesterday's completely unnecessary battle stations alarm. Captain Quintos, we need to discuss yesterday's completely unnecessary battle stations alarm. I looked up from Dorota's report. Didn't stand. Governor, how can I help you? You can start by explaining why you terrorized my passengers with false alarms and military theatrics. His face was already red, voice pitched for the cameras, and now apparently for my bitch.
Let's see here.
Captain Quintos, we need to discuss yesterday's completely unnecessary. Captain Quintos, we need to discuss yesterday's completely
Making sure I haven't peeked. Got close.
His face was already
Here we go.
voice pitched for the camera. Voice pitched for the camera.
Where am I? Here we go.
Voice pitched for the cameras, and now apparently for my bridge crew. Important.
Okay.
And now apparently for my bridge crew. Important dignitaries, Captain. Senators, corporate executives, people with connections. And you subjected them to panic and chaos over what? Some destroyed telemetry relays? 6 telemetry relays were sabotaged. We were navigating a wormhole tunnel blind. That's not minor, Governor. It wasn't a real emergency. No one died, no hull breach, just your overreaction to technical difficulties that should have been handled quietly. He leaned forward. And now, thanks to your incompetence, one of my most influential supporters, a personal friend, has sustained injuries requiring medical intervention. One of my most influential supporters, a personal friend, has sustained injuries requiring medical intervention. I blinked. Injuries from the battle station's alarm? He slipped in the shower during your... Injuries from the...
Oh, we've got a peek somewhere. This character is so extra that I may have peeked. What do we got here? That's potential.
Difficulties that should have been handled quietly. He leaned forward.
This one's also potential. Let's take a look at it. I don't like cutting it that close. We're going to reread it.
It wasn't a real emergency. That's not minor, Governor. That's not minor, Governor. It wasn't a real emergency. That's not minor, Governor. It wasn't a real emergency.
Emergency. Can I please say that word?
That's not minor, Governor. It wasn't a real emergency. No one... That's not minor, Governor. It wasn't a real emergency. No one died, no hull breach, just your overreaction to technical difficulties that should have been handled quietly. He leaned forward. And now, thanks to your incompetence, one of my most influential supporters, a personal friend, has sustained injuries requiring... Incompetence, one of my most influential supporters, a personal friend, has sustained injuries requiring medical intervention. I blinked. Injuries from the battle station's alarm? He slipped in the shower during the panic your alarm. Injuries from the battle station's alarm? He slipped in the shower during your...
I actually wanted to do this. We've got to reset our peak indicator here as well. Okay.
Injuries from the battle station's alarm? He slipped in the shower during the panic your alarm caused. Fell, slammed his balls against I don't know what the hell he slammed them against. Bromley's face went redder. He's requiring testicular surgery, Captain. Surgery in your health bay. Do you have any idea how embarrassing this is? How humiliating for a man of his standing? Behind Bromley, through the open auto hatch, I watched Grimes turn away from his console, shoulders shaking, trying not to laugh. I'm sorry to hear about your friend's accident. I'm sure Doc Viv will provide excellent care. Excellent care? Bromley's voice went up an octave. She's already making jokes. I heard her.
God, we peaked again? Really? Where? Not here. It's hard not to... That doesn't look like a peak. Where? Am I crazy? Like, this is not a peak. Maybe it's a peak on the bottom end. I don't really look at the bottom end much. That's not a peak for sure. This must be it. Like, that's not a flat top. Ain't no way. All right. Maybe this on the bottom? All right.
Excellent care. Bromley's voice went up an octave. She's...
All right. We're going to reset it again. Okay. I like that there. All right.
Bromley's voice went up an octave. She's already making jokes. I overheard her telling medical staff he should have braced for impact better. This is unacceptable.
That sounds exactly like Viv. Governor, I'll speak with Doc Viv about maintaining professional decorum.
You'll do more than that. You'll apologize to my friend personally. You'll ensure his privacy is maintained, and you'll file a formal incident report taking full responsibility for this disaster.
Through the open hatch, I saw Dorota had just entered the bridge, only to spin on his heel and leave the way he had come in. Blunderton had turned completely around, facing away, hand over her mouth. I'm not apologizing for following safety protocols.
Your protocols created chaos.
Apologizing for following safety
protocols. Your protocols created chaos, panic, and now a respected dignitary is requiring testicular surgery because you couldn't handle a simple navigation issue without alarming the entire ship.
Governor.
Governor, no! He slammed a fist down on my desk. Video droids recorded the moment. Let me be clear, Captain. President Block is a close personal friend. A very close friend.
Damn it, I hit the fucking mic.
Block is a close personal friend. A very close friend. When we arrive at Liberty Worlds, I'll be filing a complete report with EUNF headquarters. Your conduct, your judgment, your fitness for command. All of it.
File whatever you want.
I fully intend to. And, Captain, you might want to start looking for new employment. Because when I'm finished, you'll be lucky to command a garbage scow.
Scow? Is that how you say that? Scow? Scow?
Scow.
He says scow.
And placed in a scow anchored.
He said scow?
Alma's a 150-year-old scow schooner. She's the only boat.
The scow, which.
And if such a ship were recoverable in any way, even if it was a garbage scow by the...
All right, that's like 5 people saying scow. We're going to say scow.
To start looking for new employment. Because when I'm finished, you'll be lucky to command a garbage scow.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Where am I? Okay.
You'll be lucky to command a garbage scow. He jabbed a finger at me. You've endangered my passengers, humiliated my friends, and demonstrated complete incompetence as a commanding officer.
Behind him, through the still open auto hatch, Max Dreyer had appeared on the bridge. Probably. I fucking peaked again? Are you kidding me? I can't help it. This character's got me hot. Probably one of these. What do we got? Nothing on the top. Nothing on the bottom. This one? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a peak. That's a peak.
When I'm finished, you'll be lucky to command a garbage scow.
Oh, damn. And okay.
Employment. Because when I'm employment. Because when I'm finished, you'll be lucky to command a garbage scow.
All right.
Employment. Because when I'm finished, you'll be lucky to command a garbage scow. He jabbed a finger at me.
Okay.
You've endangered my passengers, humiliated my friends, and demonstrated complete incompetence as a commanding officer. Behind him flew the still open auto hatch.
Cool, no peaks there. I do wish... So Pro Tools will give you like the tiny little red light indicator that a peak has occurred. But I'd love it if like it would like give us some kind of visual indicator on the timeline rather than having to zoom in and look for the flat tops. You know what I'm saying? Bummer. All right.
Max Dreyer had appeared on the bridge. Probably.
Here we go.
Max Dreyer had appeared on the bridge. Probably. Max Dreyer had appeared on the bridge. Probably. Max Dreyer had appeared on the bridge. Probably drawn by the shouting. He stood there, arms crossed, watching, waiting to see if I needed intervention.
Okay. If I could speak the English language, that would be super great.
Dreyer had appeared on the bridge, probably drawn by the shouting. He stood there, arms crossed. My passenger had appeared on the bridge, probably drawn by the shouting.
Even shorter, I think?
Bridge, probably drawn by the shouting.
All right.
He stood there, arms crossed, watching, waiting to see if I needed intervention. I took a slow...
Come on.
Waiting to see if I needed intervention. I took a slow breath, counted to 3, thought about how satisfying it would... Slow breath, counted to 3, thought about how satisfying it would be to grab Bromley by his... Slow breath, counted to 3, thought about how satisfying it would be to grab Bromley by his custom suit and throw him out the hatch, watching him tumble... custom suit and throw him out the hatch, watching him tumble across the bridge in front of his video droids and my crew. Not worth it. Not worth the court-martial. Probably. Not worth it. Not worth the court-martial. Probably. Are you finished, Governor? Finished? I haven't even started. When we reach Liberty Worlds, then I look forward... When we reach Liberty Worlds, then I look forward to reading your report. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a ship to run. Bromley stared at me, face purple, spittle visible at the corner of his mouth. His video droids orbited, recording everything. Perfect footage for whatever propaganda piece he was crafting. You'll regret this, Quintos. I promise you that. He turned and stormed toward the still open auto hatch. His aide gave me an apologetic look before following. The video droids buzzed after them. The auto hatch finally closed, leaving me in blessed silence. My TAC band vibrated immediately. Grimes, trying to sound professional. Captain, the auto hatch malfunction has been, logged. Maintenance will address it when they have time. In a few days. Maybe. Translation, it wasn't a malfunction. Someone, probably Grimes, had overridden the door controls, made sure the bridge crew witnessed...
I got a buzz. What do we got? What do we got? Got? Let's see here.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a ship to run.
Pretty good run there.
Had overridden the door controls, made sure the bridge crew witnessed the whole thing. I almost smiled. Understood, Mr. Grimes. No rush on that repair. Yes, sir. And, sir, for what it's worth, we're with you. All of us. I looked.
Got a buzz again. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? All right. Got a couple emails. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Hey, clients, you know? All right, let's reread this.
Grimes, no rush on that repair. Grimes, no rush on that repair. Yes, sir. And, sir, for what...
All right, here we go.
Grimes, no rush
on that repair. Yes, sir. And, sir, for what it's worth, we're with you. All of us. I looked at the closed hatch, at my bridge crew beyond it. Good people. My people. Another hearty meme arrived. Innocent Chronobot requests trial by jury of his peers. This time I didn't delete it. Just sent back, your peers are currently making ball injury jokes in Health Bay. Want them on your jury? Hardy's response, point taken, I withdraw my request. 35 hours, 45 minutes. I could survive 35 hours and 45 minutes. Probably. ... Deck 4, passenger corridor. ... Corridor. ... Moving through Crusaders' passageways had become an obstacle course. Personal service robots everywhere, hovering, rolling, scuttling, attending to their wealthy owners' every whim. Even the robots looked the part. Custom paint jobs, midnight... Even the robots looked the part. Custom paint jobs, midnight blue, champagne gold, pearl white, polished surfaces. Champagne gold, pearl white, polished surfaces that caught the light. Some had designer logos etched into their chassis like... Plural of chassis. Is it spelled the same? Am I crazy? Chassis plural. They're spelled the same. Okay, we're going to trust that. Cool. Okay, we got another email. All right. Oh, for God's sake. All right. Again, I have to reply to an email. So sorry, everybody. That's this. Star that. Can we please reload? Thank you. Last 3 Okay. Cool. And another one. And another one. All right. Whew. Man, that holiday lull, I was starting to feel a little bit of a stretch. Not crazy stressed or anything, but just feeling that stretch of the holiday lull in work coming in. Like, thankfully, I've got, audiobook work it never ends, and it sort of expands to fill all gaps. But man, yeah, the video work, the podcast work stopped for a while, but it's starting up again tomorrow. The video work had a little bit of a pause, but I just got two. Things are popping off. Even if, civilization is coming to an end, 2026 might otherwise be okay for me. You know what I'm saying? All right, back to work.
Champagne gold, pearl white, polished surfaces. Champagne gold, pearl white, polished surfaces that caught the light. Some had designer logos etched into their chassis like luxury handbags with legs. The ship didn't offer room service, but that hadn't stopped passengers from sending their robots to collect meals, retrieve laundry, fetch whatever luxury items they couldn't live with. From sending their robots to collect meals, retrieve laundry, fetch whatever luxury items they couldn't live without for 6 hours. I dodged a chrome butler bot carrying champagne on a silver items they couldn't live without for 6 hours. I dodged a chrome butler bot carrying champagne on a silver tray, sidestepping a cleaning unit. Carrying champagne on a silver tray, sidestepped a cleaning unit polishing a passenger's shoes, nearly collided with a massage bot hauling aromatic oils and heated stones. This is a warship. Was a warship. Now it's a goddamn resort. A sleek black service bot blocked the passageway ahead, instructing another passenger's unit about the etiquette. Jesus. Black service bot blocked the passageway ahead, instructing another passenger's unit about the etiquette of right-of-way. They were programmed for politeness, not expediency. The training session would probably last until I died of old age. Move. I didn't raise my voice. Didn't need to. Both robots detected my rank, calculated priorities, and scattered. My tack band vibrated. Not Hardy this time. LaSalle. My tack band vibrated. Not Hardy this time. LaSalle. Captain, need you on deck 58. Shipwide maintenance. It's urgent. Define urgent. Just get down here, sir. Please. The please worried me. LaSalle didn't say please unless something was seriously wrong. I changed course, headed for the nearest deck port. Another Hardy meme arrived. Breaking news. Local chronobot dies of boredom in solitary confinement. Captain Quintos unavailable for comment. Deleted. Captain Quintos unavailable for comment. Deleted. Captain Quintos unavailable for comment. Deleted. 35.5 hours. Oh, shit. Captain Quintos unavailable for comment. Deleted. 35.5 hours. Hours. Deck 58, ship-wide maintenance. Maintenance. The maintenance department smelled like hydraulic fluid. Shit. Maintenance. The maintenance department smelled like hydraulic fluid, welding flux, and desperation. LaSalle met LaSalle met me at the entrance, looking nervous, not his usual confident self. "Chief, what's the problem?" "Follow me, sir. Easier to show you." He led me deeper into the compartment, past tool racks and spare parts bins and half-disassembled equipment. His crew worked around us, but I noticed they avoided eye contact. Whatever this was, they all knew about it. We reached a workshop in the back, bright overhead lighting, clean workbenches, and lying on the center table, a robot. Substantial, new. Lying on the center table, a robot. Substantial, new, pristine, expensive, dark red paint with brushed chrome accents, military-grade actuators, high-end optical sensors, the kind of personal security unit that cost more than most people earned in a decade. "What am I looking at, Chief?" "Governor's personal security bot, one of 3 he brought aboard." LaSalle moved closer to the table, gestured to the robot's head. "One of my mop bots got underfoot yesterday. This thing tripped over it, hit a bulkhead on the way down." I saw it then, indentation on the side of the head, right where the data... Indentation on the side of the head, right where the data center would be housed. Significant impact. Right where the data center would be housed. Significant impact. Under normal circumstances, this would be funny. Multi-million credit security bot taken out. All right, come on. Right where the data center would be housed. Oh my God. Right where the data center would be housed. Significant impact. Under normal circumstances, this would be funny. Multi-million credit security bot taken out by a cleaning unit. But LaSalle's expression suggested it wasn't funny at all. "Can you fix it?" He shook his head. "Already tried." "Can you fix it?" He shook his head. "Can you fix it?" He shook his head. "Already tried. Data centers completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. Processors, memory... Data centers completely destroyed. Processors, memory core, neural network, all fried. This thing's got the structural... all fried. This thing's got the structural integrity of military-grade... all fried. This thing's got the structural integrity of military-grade equipment, but the internal components are civilian, not hardened. Impact like that, even minor, and everything inside just cracks." I looked at the robot. Beautiful machine. Completely dead. "So it's an expensive paperweight now. More like an expensive conversation piece that's going to make the governor very unhappy." "Chief, you're not seriously worried about Bromley's robot?" "Sir, with respect, I've seen you deal with the governor. I've seen how he operates. This isn't about the robot. This is about him finding another reason to file complaints, threaten careers, make life hell for everyone involved." He gestured around the workshop. "My people are already nervous. They know whose robot this is. They're worried about repercussion. Beer preference. Let's see here. If they have the... They know whose robot this is. Where are we? Okay. They know whose robot this is. They're worried about repercussions. He wasn't wrong. Bromley would be... He wasn't wrong. Bromley would absolutely use this as ammunition. Another example of an incompetent crew. Another reason to file reports with EUNF headquarters. Another nail in my coffin. Bromley would find a way to... Another nail in my coffin. Bromley would find a way to weaponize a broken toaster if it meant filing another complaint. My eyes drifted across the workshop. Noticed a partially disassembled maintenance bot off to one side. Standard issue mop bot. Nothing fancy, but functional. Chief, is that mop bot's data center? Nothing fancy, but functional. Chief, is that mop bot's data center still intact? LaSalle followed my gaze. Confusion crossed his face. Then understanding. Then something that might have been horrified amusement. His face. Then understanding. Then something that might have been horrified amusement. You can't be serious, Captain. Why not? Because it's not like the governor's not going to notice his multi-million credit security bot suddenly having the intelligence of a tree squirrel. We both laughed. Couldn't help it. The image was too perfect. Bromley's fancy robot reduced to mopping floors and apologizing to furniture. Do it anyway, I said. Swap the data centers. If the governor complains, play stupid. Tell him the robot... Data centers. If the governor complains, play stupid. Tell him the robot must have walked into a bulkhead. Faulty navigation programming. Or better yet, blame the manufacturer. Those civilian-grade internal components clearly weren't properly shielded. Manufacturing defect. Happens all the time with... Internal components clearly weren't properly shielded. Manufacturing defect. Happens all the time with overpriced luxury bots. Standard maintenance procedure to substitute... Time with overpriced luxury bots. Standard maintenance procedure to substitute available components. So he's going to know. He's going to suspect, but he can't prove anything. And Chief, make sure the external experience... He can't prove anything. And Chief, make sure the external appearance... He can't prove anything. And Chief, make sure the external appearance is perfect. Polish the chrome, touch up the paint, make it look like nothing happened. LaSalle grinned. First genuine smile I'd seen from him in days. Yes, sir. Might take a few hours, but we'll get it done. Good. And Chief, your people did nothing wrong. God damn it. Touch the mic again. Good. And Chief, your people did nothing wrong. A robot tripped. Accidents happen. Anyone gives you grief, send them to me. Understood, sir. Thank you. My TAC band vibrated. Not Hardy, Blunderton this time. Captain, you're needed on decks 98 and 99, R&R compartment. They're calling it an emergency. What kind of emergency? They're calling it an emergency. What kind of emergency? They wouldn't say, sir. Just said it requires command presence immediately. I closed my eyes, counted to 3. On my way. To LaSalle. 3. On my way. 3. On my way. To LaSalle. Finish that repair, Chief. And if anyone asks, I never saw anything. Saw what, sir? Exactly. There we go. There we go. All right, that's a 20, I think that was a pretty good, yeah, 24, 27. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and edit this. Yeah. Let's see here. Tomorrow. Yeah, it was a fun couple of chapters.
good to narrate for a good hour and 10. Let's go ahead and open this door, get some oxygen flowing. All right. Let's turn that off. Let's go back. Let's copy this. Zoom. Cut, and it's just straight into it.
36 hours to the Liberty World system. 36.
All right, check. Let's go for it. 2427 has been marked. This will be about 3 or so minutes of edits. There we go. Boom, boom, and boom. And we're tabbing. Okay. Really? Okay. That's a tight little cut there. Hopefully my high pass filter will catch that rumble. Otherwise, oh well.
Not worth it. Not worth the...
All right. Once we're done with this edit, we are going to end stream, and then we're going to drink 15 beers. Who doesn't like to drink 15 beers? I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll go to the little bar up on the square, you know? Drink an outrageously priced cocktail, you know? Who doesn't want to do that? All right. This is looking lower noise. Much lower noise than the last chapter. I think that's a nebulizer thing. Very helpful. John sent something. And there. Boom. 332. Wait, what am I doing? Bounce, bounce, bounce. Uh-oh, 0332. And this is 1521. Okay, and now we gotta double check something real quick here. Right. Outputs. Premiere. Edgewater. Critchy. Kitchen. And I also need Granddad's. Credit. Memo. Okay. Okay. All right. Boom, boom. Save. And boom, boom, boom. So we produced 35 minutes of finished audio right here on stream. So that's cool. And we did a few auditions. Not a total wash on the day, but yeah, good stuff. We are gonna call that a stream. How long was this one? 2 hours 42. Good length stream. Got some good narrating done. Got in a few good auditions. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this in the future or whatever, yeah, good stuff. So my name is Jimmy Moreland. If you want to pay me money to talk for you, you can head over to the website. It is veteranaudio.com. Or you can, just leave a comment on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, and we can jam out in the future. I want to say thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye, bye, bye.